First, open the CapCut app. You'll see this home screen. Tap on the New Project button. This is the basic default layout. Media files here, the audio files here. And if you want to add text, it's available here. Let's try and import some media files. Now select the videos, photos, or music you want to use. I'll choose a few clips for this example. You can just drag and drop the file on this CapCut interface and then drag the media into the timeline. Now let's do some editing. First thing would be cutting and splitting. So we'll adjust the timeline to where we want to cut and click this split button. Right click here and delete that scene. So we have cut it out. Next we'll look at transitions, on how we can add transition between two scenes. So we move the slider where we would like to add transition, then select the transition type and then drag that transition type between the two scenes like this. Now let us see how this transition looks like. Perfect. Next would be adding text into our film. So we click the text, then we scroll down to text templates, and we can expand the text templates to choose what type of text we would like to add. Let's say we would like to add a title to our movie. So we choose the design available here, we click on it, and we drag it to our timeline and place it where we would like the text to be displayed. Then we can edit the content of the text. For the main title 1 and then the paragraph. Then let us see how it looks like. We can adjust the position of the title. We can adjust the size of the title the way we want it to display in our video. Now we're going to add some background music to our video. We'll select a score and pull it into the media library. Then we'll drag it into our timeline. Now this background music appears to be larger than our video file. So we'll drag the cursor to the end and split the audio and delete the excess of the background music. Next, we will adjust the fade in and fade out. Now, this is required so as to start the background music smoothly and end the background music smoothly as well. Next, we will adjust the total volume of the background score. There are more advanced features which we will explore in our successive tutorial. Now let's make this video pop. We're going to first take a look at the effects. Now there are various effects available in CapCut. You can just scroll your mouse over it, click it, and see how it affects your film. And see it in the previous screen. There are so many different types of effects which you can choose, and depending on how it suits your video, we will just use one of them by dragging it into our timeline and see how it enhances our video. Let's take a look at it. Can you see it? Wow, that's nice. Okay, so now we're going to check out the filters. The filters are almost like the LUTs, and there are various different types of filters available. Let's choose the cinematic Oppenheimer one. Wow. And we can drag it into our timeline. If we want this filter to be used for the entire video duration, we can just drag it from till the end. Let's take a look on how it has enhanced our ordinary looking video into a cinematic role. If it appears too intense, we can even alter the strength of this filter. Here I'm making it a little more bright than what it was as a default, and it looks pretty satisfying for me now, but I can still make more adjustments in terms of manually adjusting the color, and I can grade the color by selecting different options. For example, here as we see, this is a LUT that we can choose if we want to, but other than that we can adjust the temperature, hue, saturation, the brightness, contrast, highlight. Let's try adjusting the contrast a little bit and the brightness, and let's check the highlight too. Okay, and the whites and blacks, illumination. Okay, we can also sharpen our video, increase the clarity. If we want particles, we can choose particles too. Now there are hue, saturation, brightness adjustments here as well in this tab, or we can use the curve tab and drag out an S curve to adjust our already applied filter, or we can use the color wheel as we may feel comfortable with. Let us see. Very nice. Now there is one more thing which is pretty interesting, and that is speed. We can alter the speed, make a slow motion or make a fast motion, or there are complex speed mechanisms already inbuilt in CapCut which can make our film look extremely professional, and these are under the curve tab of speed. Let's see how the montage works. We just applied it and you can see how the montage makes a difference in the speed. We can check one more option. Let us use the hero time and see how it works. Oh, that is very nice. So that brings us to the end of this tutorial.